Oh, I'm back. I've been very consistent because I'm gonna be home, and when I go do my thing, I'm not as consistent. That is what it is for right now. That's gonna be temporary. Once we find out how to, figure out the logistics of keeping it while I'm on go. But you guys, I've been learning a lot. First off, gratitude, praise to the Most High. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I've been cramping. It's been, oh my God. It's been something. I've been learning a lot. You guys see me going through a lot this week. You guys seen my life. You guys seen the disparity, the frustration. You guys been seeing it. The grieving, the mourning, the being upset. You guys have been seeing it. So we got a lot going on right now in the world, in the universe. And I've been getting back to my roots. I am not a person, like ever since I was young, I found ways to get away from everyone, get away from social media, to get away from whatever. I feel like it's so negative right now. Like every time I watch it and I watch stuff, it's negative. I don't want to be in that realm. I don't want to be in that space. We have these diddy things. We have these very evil things getting brought to light every fucking day. It's a very negative space to be in society and to be in the social realms. And I'm glad I'm getting back to my roots of researching and putting content that actually matters to me: metaphysics, philosophy, psychology, positive things, fun things, movies. Because you have to reprogram your brain. It's a must. If you want to get to the higher version of yourself and you want to evolve, you have to reprogram your brain. You can't have that negative stuff is weighing on you. You already have all these thoughts and these stressors of life weighing on you. And on top of that, you're going to indulge in crappy content. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good off that. For sure. Oh my God, it won't stop burning. I hate that. I need a stick. Like a wooden stick. So it's just like the constant, things going on in society. I'm just gonna have to use this. And I'm gonna keep it in there because, it's a very sad, as an empathic person, you feel a lot of these energies. And there's different types of empath. Are you an empath that feel your feelings towards others, or you feel others? I'm both. Spiritually awakening myself, going through a lot of good things. Fact that I'm losing weight, the fact that I look completely different than I did a few months ago. I'm really proud of myself. I'm looking at myself at camera and I'm like, wow, I did it. I did that. And I have to be proud of myself. Like, I have to say I am successful for that. I am successful, period. Because when I really put my mind to something, I will make it happen. And I have to align myself with things I really want. So just knowing those things. Staying off the ways, staying off the negativity, staying off the topics, like all these things that they're putting down our throats in the content. And it's sad because, like, I want it to be a content creator. Like, this is sad. I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's a lot of things I got in my life, and when I got them, there's things that I really regret, and there's other things I don't regret. Like, I was an instructor for being an aerialist. I don't regret not being an instructor. because the way they pay you and treat you. Like for instance, I want a YouTube. I got my content out there. I help people. I've changed a few perspectives. Yada yada yada. But like, at what point is my content going to get somewhere and really like have a community that I'm trying to build? I don't even know, because my content is not what the algorithm is pushing. I just believe one day like my channel is going to like blow up. Like, I'm proud of my channel now, but I believe one day it's going to really blow up and be something special, because what I'm talking about is something people going to have to look back at to get to where they got to go, or look back at in period. Because in point in time, like, if nobody really gets grounded and focused on what really matters, it's going to be a shit show. I'm telling y'all, the energy is so negative outside. People are not happy outside. People are anxiety. People have ADHD. People are going through it outside. And I go outside and I go veer out and I go do things, and I just observe around me, and what's going on is like a lot of people are going through internal spiritual disparities. The spiritual equity is decreasing because the problem is that we're so focused on what's surrounding what was built, the matrix, the fallacies of what's around us. We're so focused on that, which is deteriorating what really matters in our brain, and also it's messing up our place and what the universe really wants from us. And there's so many layers to this conversation as well, because not everyone is destined for a lot of things, but the people who seek that are destined for it. And when you see what's going on around you, and you're sensitive to what's going on around you and the information and the events, and you just see how sad that this country is, and how it was built and how it was planned out, and the people are suffering. If they're not suffering financially, they're suffering mentally. If they're not suffering mentally, emotionally, physically, they're suffering some type of way. It's really sad, because there's a lot of people I see suffer a lot, and I have to get away from a lot of things, especially online, because it's sad to see. For me, it's very sad to see how many people are underdeveloped, how many resources we have, how many resources we have in America, and people don't use them. That to me itself is very, very sad. And it makes me not feel good. So with situations like that, you know, it's like this. I am reprogramming myself, but understanding things in a better and a deeper light. Like, I've always been solitude and isolation, but now I understand. Like, now I isolate, I'm in solitude because I'm in a time that I want to get to my higher self, and I want to be more divine. I can't be more divine around people who don't believe in that. I can't see my higher self and my most sacred self if I'm around people who don't believe in that, who don't know what that is, who don't care about that. That's not on their top 5 of life priorities. How am I supposed to be around people who are not on the same journey? And many people are not on the same journey. I don't care if these people have goals to be millionaires and they're doing stuff. If you have a effed up soul, I can't be around you. You're tainting my energy. If you're fake, if you're a facade, or if there's not a connection between your soul and your body and the mind and the matter, like, I can't be around you. Even people I've known my whole entire life, I just can't do it anymore. And that is a signal from my higher self. It's like, you're almost there. You're almost, like, you are there, honey. Like, you get it. You get me. My higher self is telling me, you get me, hun. Like, you understand. Because you can't have this dead weight and this baggage with you when we trying to get to the divinity. You can't have all of that with you. You can't have all that past resentment with you. You can't have people who constantly disrespect you and treat you like you're not who you are. It's just not going to work. It doesn't add up to who I am, to my parallel self. It doesn't add up. How are you going to get to your vision and your parallel self and your... if you continue to do these things that are not what your higher self would do? It doesn't make any sense. Being around people who don't respect your boundaries, who don't uplift you, who don't respect your standards and your values, it doesn't make sense. How are you going to seek that higher version if you around people who are telling you they don't respect you? They don't value you. They're going to continue to treat you how they feel you because you let them. How are you going to get to where you got to go, allowing the people to treat you like they lost their rabbit's mind? You are confirming to them, and especially the universe, that you believe them. You're confirming to them and the universe that you believe that you have no value. Let's forget about all the extra stuff, the dating stuff, all the freaking clickbait. Let's talk about what's real. If you have boundaries for yourself and you believe that by yourself, no matter what state you in, like in my bonnet and t-shirt, like I'm gonna still have those same standards about myself. I'm not gonna let you gaslight me to tell me what I shouldn't, when I know in my heart deep down, because I believe in myself, as you should. This is what I deserve. This is what I desire. This is my boundaries. And if you're not respecting the boundaries and the value I set for myself, there's no need for us to have any type of relationship at all. And that's you confirming to your higher self is we are one. We are evolving. We're trying to ascend. That's a signal. That's a signal. And if you don't have those signals, how are you going to find? How you're going to attract, how you're going to naturally morph into your higher self. People have all these things messed up about, leveling up and glowing up. Yes, you should want to glow up physically, but before you glow up physically, before I lost the weight again, and before my skin cleared, and before I chopped the dead hair off my hair, and redid, before that happened, honey, I was on a deep-rooted spiritual journey, and I stripped the ego from the bottom. Stopped wearing wigs, stopped wearing makeup for a year, and wigs for a year. And I was focused on my weight. I came home, I decompressed, had something going on, gained the weight, and I was like, okay, what's going on with you? Step back. Now we have to go even deeper than we did last year. And I had to learn the healing process and the divine process of finding your higher self and being in tune to your spirituality and metaphysics and believing and actually feeling it, actually going through the motions, is that it might not be when you desire it to be. There's no time. I wanted to be over this a long time ago, like the healing stage of deep wounds, right? But what happened is that wasn't my goal in time. I had a lot of things I needed to learn before I got here. I learned a whole lot of things in 10 months. I learned a lot of things about as soon as I got back to my hometown to visit my family, I was learning things spiritually then. I was learning secrets then. And it's a process. And I'm learning now. Again. And I'm still learning. And I learned that, one of my biggest lessons is, there's no time limit. It might take you a while. You might be lucky. It might take you a few weeks. But it's no duration. There's no time limit. There's no deadline. Um, and like I was saying earlier, like I was still being like, to be honest, I'm a retired people pleaser, and I'm very empathetic and understanding. And I had to understand, listen, honey, you've been on this world almost 3 decades. How many people have been empathetic and understanding to you? Because clearly being empathetic to understanding to everybody or people you barely know, clearly that's harming you and detrimenting you, and you're sacrificing for yourself for people who wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. Why am I giving all that energy? Why am I just willingly giving people access to me to drown me? For what? What have they shown me? They haven't shown me anything. See, the logic becomes, because once you stop wanting to get hurt, and once you want that feeling to stop, you like, okay, how do I make this stop? Because I don't like it. And I figured it out. I was like, oh, boundaries, stand on it? Bet. Black people would be like, hey, you're not going to lose much. Think about it. These people don't respect you now, don't respect your boundaries, don't value you now. You think you're going to convince them to value you later? Cooked. You're cooked if you think you can convince these people. That's just not logical. You can't convince grown-ass people to change their mind. That's not logical. People change their mind. People do what they want to do willingly. Like, no. So if they're not going to do those simple things in your life, cooked. It makes no sense to keep useless people. I don't care how lonely you are. I don't care if you have no friends. I don't care. Do not get gaslighted by society, especially men. Don't get gaslighted by men or whatever, women, whatever, to say that you deserve less. You can say, I'd rather you stay single and be happy alone and get pets than you actually settling with somebody that's going to treat you beneath who you are. And I don't think anybody should be treated beneath. Everybody should be treated, if you're a good person, you should be treated like a good person. I feel like you should be treated how you are. If you're a good person, you should be treated like a good person. But don't let society tell you to settle and be treated mediocre when you're over mediocre. Like, your soul is over that. So why are you gonna get, like, no. And they love to talk about, oh, women gonna be alone with cats and the gaslighting, and women gonna be this, and women gonna be alone. No, I'd rather be alone. Look how good I look. If I was in a relationship that was stressful, I would look 20 years older. I'm good. Thank you, but I'm good. I don't want those type of problems. I want to be in a relationship where somebody values me and uplifts me. Because if not, I can do it myself. Like, if you got a lot of excuses on why you can't do and why you don't want to do this and why this is a problem and all this, then, like, we don't need to be together, and that's okay. Not everybody needs to be together. Not everybody needs to be in a relationship. When most people are dealing with mental health issues, when a lot of people are dealing with mental health issues, and you're telling me people should be together right now? Hell no. People need to get their shit together. Mentally, emotionally, financially, people need to get their shit together right now. This is not the time to be trying to trauma bond. This is not the time. This is not a drill. This is not a drill, honey. This is not the time to be hooking up, jiving up to trauma bond. Because you can't handle your own shit. This is not the time. And I'm gonna tell you what they told me up there. It's just it don't make no sense. Metaphysically, logically. A lot of people want you to move off your emotions. A lot of people love to tell women how emotional we are. Cap. A lot of these things are fallacies that are not accurate for the billions of people on earth. You gotta stop letting this BS society manipulate you. There's so many resources that you can understand things that are thousands and 100,000 years old before We were thought of. There's so many things you could do to get the reality of what's really going on in society, what really happened, the historical facts. You could go do your due diligence if you wanted to, but the matter of fact, a lot of y'all lazy. And a lot of y'all don't want to do the work. And a lot of y'all don't want to, go through the spiritual. It's painful. It sucks. It's not easy. You're going to cry. You guys see me. You're going to cry. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have self-doubt. You're going to have to talk yourself through that. You're going to have to find things and ways to cope. Healthy ways. Positive ways to cope. Okay? And for me, like I told y'all, it was putting more positive things in my brains. I still have my guilty pleasures, but I have reduced them. I have reduced them by at least 70%. Because I really do want to get better. This is not the time. The election's coming. We don't know what's going to happen. This is the time to prepare to get your mental health and your higher divinity. This is the time to get your stuff in order. This is not a drill. This is not a time to slack off. Okay? We did that all summer. This is not the time to be, playtime is over. All right? So that was my PSA, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to bed. Good night. Bye.